Great people, hi, it's Jason, the Green Country Agroforester here, coming to you from our grape arbor outside. We're getting to that point of the year where the temperature's starting to drop down a little bit and we can be outside, although it is, 99 degrees today, Mary?
Yes.
99 degrees today. So, of course, we're going to do some cooking, and we didn't want to do it inside because it is very, very hot out, but we've got shade in the grape arbor, and I've been running the sprinklers. Unfortunately, I can't run them right this second because we have electronics in the area. So, let me show you what we've got going on real quick. We have got our cook stove here, the pellet stove that makes charcoal from Blue Sky Biochar. We're going to be using that to prepare our pumpkin with. Down here, let me tilt the camera down so you can see. Down here we have our pumpkin. I'll show you the normal pumpkin that we would use. That's here. It's a Seminole pumpkin, properly matured, about the size of a child's head. We harvested this a few days ago, and you can tell that the stem end here is now starting to dry out nicely. Just to make sure that it doesn't absorb any moisture during the winter while it's in storage, we want to trim that off as soon as we can. And just cut that off there. And that reduces the chances that this squash is going to wind up spoiling while it's in storage. However, that's not what we're going to use tonight. Sorry, you can't see me. That's not what we're going to use tonight. Tonight, we're going to use this one. See, it turns out Seminole pumpkins can be used when they're green. You can use them just like a summer squash, and they're actually better than summer squash. This little tiny one was in the yard with the ducks. You can see where the ducks kept on trying to eat it. I noticed it suffered some damage here, so we're going to want to use this one up now instead of waiting and trying to keep it over the winter. But fortunately, like I said, we can cook them up green, so let's get started. All right. Now, Mary is supposed to be letting me know if the audio is okay. Yes. I'm not always going to be right up in front of the camera. I think right here is probably where I'm going to be. So is this distance good? Can you hear me okay from here? Okay, good. How about back here? Is it good here?
Hold on. There's a bit of a delay. Yes,
somebody's shooting over yonder. Oof. Well, hope they got whatever they were shooting at. All right.
I'm on there. They're shooting over there.
We might have some company stopping by, so we have some fresh watermelon right here. If you're one of the company that's stopping by, you should have called ahead, but that's okay. Kimber, are you going to come out? Yes, okay. Hi. Brendan was playing video games, and I think the next door neighbor may swing by with her significant other. I don't know. I just ran into them. They're new neighbors, so hopefully they stop by and say hello. Let's get started with our stove. This is from Blue Sky Biochar. This is not an advertisement for Blue Sky Biochar by any means. That happens to be what we're using. The way this works is a top-lit updraft stove. The airflow comes in through the bottom here using a fan. It blows the air up in through the bottom. It goes up and around the combustion chamber, and comes out through these tiny little holes at the top. So our air is fed in right here at the top after superheating all of the combustible materials in here, so they release their gases. The flammable gases mixes it with the air, and the flame happens a little cyclone, a little vortex right here at the center. As a result, it makes a nice clean burn with no smoke and no soot. And at the end you're left with about a quart of charcoal. All right, now for fuel, we're going to use some of these pellets that are made from corn cob husks. They're fairly lightweight. They burn fast. We're going to lay those down at the bottom.
Oh, I figured out I have to turn you up.
Okay. All right, going to lay those at the bottom. And I've been collecting these for a little while now. This is my bucket full of hazelnut shells. We're going to add some hazelnut shells in. Some more pellets. More hazelnut shells. More pellets.
Where did you get all those hazelnut shells?
Well, from hazelnuts, of course. I eat hazelnuts. Hazelnuts are good. They're full of protein. They're full of protein and fat. They're good for you.
It's a lot of nuts.
It's a lot of nuts. All right, we're going to put some more of these pellets at the top. There we go. So we've got the fuel coming up Got the fuel coming up right to just below where the holes are. Can you see those okay on the camera? Can you pick them out?
Let's see.
Can you see the little tiny holes?
Yes.
All right, there we go. So the holes are where the air
So.
comes out. The holes are where the air comes out.
There's a bit of delay between here and there.
Pardon my backside. Let me turn around and cover everything up real quick. Here we go. All right. So there's a fan at the base of this stove unit. It has 2 speeds, and then there's an air control that I can move the tab from left to right. And I want to have it all the way to the right. That's open. All the way to the left is closed. So I can close off the airflow, and I can reduce the speed of the fan. And if I do that, that effectively controls the temperature that the stove cooks at. So right now I've got it all the way open. I don't have it turned on because I don't have it plugged in. We've got a little portable power supply here. You could use a solar rechargeable. This one is rechargeable by just about anything you can imagine, up to and including turning a crank on the side if you were really desperate for power. We're going to plug this in here. Hopefully the right way. There we go. Let's turn it on.
I forgot. I can send links to people.
Okay, we've got airflow. Get on, grasshopper. We've got airflow, and we're ready to light up our fuel. To help me along, I've got this little Coleman burner. We used to use this. We used to use this to control weeds inside the patio area until I've got the bigger flamer. But actually, now that the grapes are starting to grow up around and everything, I kind of prefer using this smaller one because I don't want to damage all the stuff I've got growing around. So we just start this up by turning it on, sparking it up.
No, Betty. She said, "What are you doing?" Yo, man. Legacy heat plays. Flames come out.
It looked like it might have got lit. Don't worry, we'll hit it one more time whenever it gets up here and has airflow. All right, we got a nifty little hand lever here. We pull that and it lifts the chimney up. Slide that over there and drop it down. Well, I can see that we have smoldering going on. I don't really see fire, so let me go ahead and do this.
Don't put gasoline on it.
There we go. Are we going? Nope. Yeah, fan's going. There we go. It was still lit. Then I have to spark this up. Still lit. Maybe going. Nope. With the smokes, it's not going. And once we get this thing burning good, I'll get to work on the rest of it. I think we got it going. All right. It took me a minute. We've got the flame to sustain now. And you notice no smoke coming up here. It is lit, and it's pretty hot up here. In a moment, we're going to put the skillet up there. We're going to get started with the cooking. But first, I've got to get this pumpkin cut open. So let me adjust the view downward so you can make out the pumpkin here. Can you see the pumpkin okay? Let me turn it down just a little bit. There you go. All right. Now, Mary, you let me know if I'm coming in okay with volume and everything. I'm getting thirsty. I hope you guys don't mind. But I'm going to help myself to a slice of watermelon. You guys help yourself to whatever you've got. It's like water you can eat. It's great. Oh, yeah, I'll take one of those. Oh, Mary got us some Perry craft cider, pear cider. Because let's face it, the last batch I made isn't very good. We're going to turn that into vinegar.
Oh.
All right. Thanks for stopping by the garden party today, guys. Just go ahead and drop there in comments where you're watching from. Mary will let me know if it's anybody we haven't seen before.
I've seen Vicky, Kimber, Ken,
Ken.
Carolyn.
Ken what? Jennings?
Yes. Smurf guy.
Smurf guy, yes.
And then Elton?
Elton Butterfield. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He says
The usual suspects I see. Hi, everybody. Okay.
And Carolyn says she's driving. Oh.
Carolyn is driving. All right, we'll drive carefully. Let's open up this.
Florida?
This is the inside of a Seminole pumpkin. This is a small one. We got that little damage spot there on the side that I mentioned. She's going to Florida. All right. So that's the inside. Got lots of seeds. Of course, we want to save those, or at least I do, because I like to roast these. I like to roast the seeds. Forget. I have to hunch. See, I'm a gnome. I like to roast the seeds. We're going to go ahead and scoop those out.
And of course, Kimber's in the room.
Scoop those out into a bowl here.
Minnesota. Brian's from Minnesota.
Brian's here from Minnesota.
I knew that.
Yep. All right, so that stuff comes right out. And we'll get this sorted out. I'll take the pulp and give that to the worms, and I'll take the seeds and we'll clean those off.
How?
Huh?
How are you gonna clean off the seeds?
You wash them.
Oh, of course.
Soap and water, Mary. Soap and water. No soap.
I'm hearing you twice. So I'm hearing you twice, so it sounds funny.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll put those away. If I'm not saving the seeds for planting more pumpkins, and those I'm not going to because it's a smaller one that suffered some damage, and I don't know entirely why it suffered the damage, but it's a smaller pumpkin
Ducks
to begin
beating
with.
on it.
It's probably the ducks beating on it. Yeah, that's likely the culprit. But I don't want to point any fingers.
Or beaks.
Yeah.
Laughing point.
Laughing point. All right, just gonna use this paper towel to scoop the rest of that pulp out of the bottom here because I don't have an outdoor sink at the moment. Actually, I do. You're sitting on it.
It doesn't work.
You're actually sitting on our outdoor sink right now. I moved the sink around. That's the table that you're sitting on. Our outdoor sink. Okay, there we go. So now we've got our pumpkins. I'm going to cut out.
I think my next one's going to be a metal sink.
Cut this damaged part out here. All right. Now.
Apparently the seed can be pressed for oil.
Could be, yeah. We're going to try to cut. Sorry.
Weren't you going to give the what do you call it, hazelnut, the shells to somebody?
I was thinking about having some of the people that do metalworking, forgecraft, try them out in their forges, because here's the deal: the shells of the hazelnut burn at a very high temperature. They can reach the same temperature as burning an anthracite coal. All right, so can you?
Is it still going?
Yep, sounds like a little jet engine running.
Oh, all I can hear is a fan.
All right, let's put our skillet on before I get too far down the line. And get a little lard, not a bunch right now, just a little bit. I'm gonna put that in there. That will do for now. All right, back to our pieces of pumpkin. And we're just cutting them up into cubes right now. I'm going to cut across the back to remove at least most of the rind.
The worms will love that.
It'll cook down a bit if you wanted to cook it a little bit longer, but boy, this extra fiber I don't really need. I get enough fiber. I'm good. All right. So right now we're just cutting a little bit of the excess rind off, getting cubes of pumpkin. You've heard of catfish nuggets? Well, this is like pumpkin nuggets. All right. You notice the flesh is already starting to turn yellow or orangish. If it was a little bit earlier, the flesh would still be kind of white. Maybe a very slight greenish white whenever they're younger. And you can eat them whenever they're that young too. I had one that I was looking at that I was thinking about using for today's video. Yeah. That I would have used if not for noticing the damaged spot on this one. Since I know I've got to use this one up, I went ahead. All right. So there we go. There's a bunch of meat right here. Cut that down. Cut that down.
He says meat while cutting vegetables.
It's a meaty vegetable.
If that's a meaty vegetable, what would a fatty vegetable be?
Avocado.
Oh,
But that's a fruit.
Oh.
All right.
So it isn't a fatty vegetable?
Huh?
So it's not a fat vegetable?
Good question. Are there any vegetables? We've got a bunch of smart people watching this show. Can you think of any vegetables off the top of your head that are high in fat? A vegetable that is high in fat. Not a fruit.
From the fresh seeds.
Huh?
Brian says you can buy white gas for that thing.
Ah.
White gas.
All right, let me start by throwing these chunks in here. I got that.
You're not going to batter them?
Oh, I'm going to par cook them a little bit.
Oh.
And then we'll batter them.
Uh,
I have to make the battery.
This is why I don't cook.
This is why Mary doesn't cook.
I wouldn't even trust my cleaning skills.
Yeah. That's a dinky piece there.
You ever just try eating them raw?
I tried a little bit of them whenever they're green and raw, and they weren't too bad. Not too bad. All right. Get these coated with oil. Cover them up. And I think we're going to go ahead and restrict the airflow to about half.
Watch out for the paper towels.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, right here, cool to the touch. You can actually touch the. Can you see my hand there? You can actually touch the wire there. It's not hot.
I'll take your word for it.
Because you have to take my word for it, right?
Yeah.
All right. So while those are working, let's get this one going. Let's see here. All right. So this is a dinky one, I tell you.
Oh. Vicky says personally it's high in omega-3 fatty acids.
Okay, yeah, that's true, but it's not really a place that you get lots of like fat from. Keto-friendly diet fat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta have some thing.
See, I don't know that there is an answer to that question. That's what makes it a good question. I actually don't know the answer off the top of my head. I don't even know if there is an answer. Those are the best kind of questions.
Is it kind of like a salad cream that's fat, you know? Green salad?
Maybe.
Let's go.
All right.
Please.
There you go. Cool.
No, I don't wanna say
ASMR here.
that. You call it awesome?
ASMR.
What does that mean?
Like auditory stimulatory.
Oh, sizzling noises, I guess.
I don't know. I see smoke.
Why is it smoking?
Usually, if it's smoking, it means it's not on.
Yeah. You can't produce too much.
Went out. That's your indicator that your fire went out, right?
No cat. Don't think about it.
Okay. That's on there. Okay. Hi, Cat. How you doing? Yeah. Sergeant Kitty stopping by to say hello. All right.
Meow.
Meow. Okay, that piece is good. Ooh. Ryan wanted to stick on there.
What about getting the kiddie pool out?
The kiddie pool
Yeah.
for washing the kitties.
No, we.
Oh, for washing you.
Or the pool tub.
Uh-huh. I don't think we actually have that one on camera yet.
Oh, what?
The little one-man portable tub thing.
Don't have it on what?
We don't have it on camera. I don't think we've actually shown it on camera. I had the camera out one afternoon, but the audio was no good.
Aw.
Yeah. There were some folks hanging out. Azrael was using the one man pool over there. So we have pool accommodations for one person at a time.
Well, there's a kiddie pool. Like after washing your dog.
Yeah.
And that one's it's a Japanese tub for European style
Oh, okay.
because they have showers, not tubs.
All right.
But it's for like ice soaking.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking just cold tap water is
Oh,
good
it's
enough.
great. Take the dunk, cool right off.
Yeah. It was like 105 or 110. We were washing the truck. Oh wait, that's me.
It's pretty warm out today, I tell you.
I think it said 99 degrees.
How far along do you think we're on? All right. Starting to get a little brown.
Oh, hi, Chewy Weather.
That's good. I actually do want a little brown on it before we do the rest of it.
Welcome to Sprout. We have a new member.
Oh, yay! Who just joined that?
Chewy Weather.
Chewy Weather. Hi, Chewy.
Chewy.
All right. So
Ladies
today, it's become a cooking show. It's a garden show. It's like multi entertainment. I'll tell you what.
I can watch cooking and eating more than gardening because,
Well, I mean,
you know.
part of the reason why we garden is to wind up with these delicious vegetables, and then we have to cook them, of course. Right? I mean, right? I mean, what's the
I
point?
love eating.
What's the point of growing it all if you're not going to eat it? All right. So all I'm doing right now, I don't even feel like messing with this. All I'm doing right now is trimming off the excess rind here.
Yeah.
The excess rind, so we can have good quality fritters.
Something's cooking.
I want to finish this up quick because the ones I've got part cooking already are about ready to pull off.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got something to put them in?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
I've got a little bit of rind. That's okay. A little tiny bit of rind here and there, not going to hurt you. Extra fiber. Once it par cooks, it won't be bad. It'll soften up. It's just like eating butternut. Usually I don't even bother peeling or removing the rind at all from butternut, but this rind is a little bit thicker than butternut. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it. If it was all the way green, then the rind would still be soft enough you could cook the rind on. All right, let's remove this. Okay.
I think Brian's trying to tell you to sharpen your knife.
There we go. We got some fresh. I was thinking about starting with the sharpening, but I didn't want to make the live stream too long. All right, there we've got our pieces ready to par cook. So they're still stiff, right? Still stiff and crunchy. But after we par cook them for a little bit, they're going to start to get tender. And they'll get, oh, pardon me, they'll get a little caramelized here. And they'll be good to go. All right, hear that sizzle? Oh, and you can't smell it, but wow, they're starting to smell. And you're getting a little bit of that browning on the outside. That's fine. A little browning's fine. You're going to put them over here into that. More oil. Lard in this case. Skip that around there and get it melty. Melty. All right. Sizzle moment. Can you hear it sizzle? Yeah.
There's a delay between this and the so I can hear it.
I'm going to toss that a little bit. All right. Back over here. So remember, we're cooking with a combination of pellets made from corn cobs and hazelnut shells. So this is all waste material that we're using as a fuel source to cook our dinner with. And we're left with charcoal that I can inoculate as biochar afterwards. How y'all doing tonight?
Vicky is making fun of you.
Oh.
Failure to prepare is preparation for failure.
Yeah, I thought about using the knife sharpener. I thought about bringing it out with me and doing a quick, and this is how I sharpen my knife, but you guys know how to sharpen knives. Okay. Moving right along. While this stuff is parking, and that just means cooking down until it starts to become tender and gets a little bit of caramelization on the fruit itself. I've got 2 pieces of this. Guys.
No cat.
You met and went to the prom once. Okay, come on.
They're sitting together.
Lingy, I tell you. Lingy. All right. Ooh. Oh, trick me. Woo. We're going to need to start working on our batter.
Oh, that's for us. Red Canyon.
Howdy. We're going to start working on our batter. And I did a little cheat here. I started out with a half cup of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and sprinkled on pepper and Lowry's seasoning salt until I was happy with it. And threw in a little bit of minced onion too. That's our basic dry ingredients right there. Now, to those dry ingredients, we're going to have to add an egg. Also, we're going to add some fresh minced garlic. Mary's like, ew. Of course, this is our homegrown garlic, so it's really pungent. I'm only going to add, I think, 2 cloves? 2 cloves? I like garlic. Let's add 2 cloves. All right, we're going to add 2 cloves. All right, we got 2 cloves of garlic. We need to remove the skins. I've got this little jar here that'll do the trick. We throw them in here. Put the lid on. All right. Do we have a P.O. box? No, you just ship straight to us.
It's on the website.
Yeah, the business address is on the website. That's actually where we are.
Gee, that's loud.
Is that loud?
Chewy.
Well, if you put this in a jar and you shake it and shake it and shake it like that, and you just pound it against the side, you knock the skin right off of them. See, that skin's all the way off of that clove. This one's being stubborn.
What are you doing?
This one's being stubborn. It didn't split.
It's stubborn.
It didn't split. But this is one of the easier way to bulk peel lots of garlic. Throw a whole bunch of cloves in there. You shake it up. Half of them, the skins come right off. The rest will peel easy. So there we have 2 cloves of garlic. A couple tablespoons of oil. We're using a bit of olive oil. Let me see if I can do this. Garlic press.
Here.
Garlic in
Can
the
we
garlic
hold
press.
something?
Closing the garlic press. Brushing the garlic press. Brushing the garlic press. Oh, look at all that fresh garlic going in. All right. Blow me up. There's another clove right there.
Would you like me to hold something?
Just grab the clove, throw it in. Blow me up. Woohoo. Okay, yeah, you can hold it. Fine. She wants to be so helpful.
Please don't want to drop my bowl.
There we go.
I will hurt you if you drop my bowl.
Oh, she likes this bowl. There we go.
It's
There
a
we-
kitty cat bowl. It says meow.
There we go. Fresh crushed garlic in there. That's nice. All right. All I got to do is rub my eyes with this finger, and I'll be done for the night. All
Yeah,
right,
it's
that
lovely.
looks good. We got a duck egg in it. Let's have nice and orange duck egg in there, nice and orange. Got our flour, we got our baking powder, salt, all that good stuff. Oil
Yeah.
and a bit of milk.
So,
And there's a Betty Kitty underfoot at the moment. I got kitties underfoot. Mary,
she's looking for
you
your
wouldn't
egg.
mind just keep this moving for a moment,
Okay.
and I'm gonna toss our ingredients over here.
You
Make
gonna
sure
toss?
they're- Make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. There we go. Woo, that's getting hot. You hear that sizzle?
Okra, garlic, onion, potato, egg.
They
And
think these
these
are
are
about
the-
done. I think they're ready to go. Let's go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Crank that down. I'm gonna kill the fan.
Is this
Put
gonna be
these in
enough
our-
butter?
Our bowl, huh?
Oh, it's
What'd you say?
like dough over here.
Okay, yeah. All right. You're ready to pass that back.
Okay.
Okay. I'll take that. Please, thank you. All right. So yeah, it's a little too thick. That's why we got more milk. All right. So we're making up a batter. A batter. This is a nice savory batter. You can make this. You make this in the morning with cinnamon and nutmeg and maybe a little bit of orange zest. Fry up your pumpkin fritters. Dust them with powdered sugar. Serve them up with softened butter and piping hot maple syrup, if you have a mind to. Particularly good with bacon, sausage, stuff like that. Yeah. All right, so now we've got this nice, see the consistency of our batter. It's a fairly thin batter, right? Not bad. We got our batter made up. Put that down there for a moment. Okay. We're going to need a lot more oil than we had in there previously. Now we're actually going to start frying. So to get us ready for frying, just lid off. Let's put a large amount of lard in. Fine. Why am I thinking coconut breaded now? Oh, I am.
Coconut what?
I think I'm thinking about cooking plantains.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Save
can't
the rest
hear
of this
you over my
garlic.
watermelon.
This garlic is good. Oh, you're eating that watermelon. Okay. All right, now I don't know if we're cooking right now, so let me get a pear on and open that up.
Oh boy.
I may need to relight.
Sorghum? A hand-powered roller press.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you do with the watermelon rinds after we eat them?
Put them in the bowl.
And then you're gonna. You were talking about pickling them, but you're gonna feed them to the ducks or the worms?
Worms.
Hmm?
Worms.
Awkward.
Okay, there we go. There we go. There it wasn't lit. It's lit.
Somebody call the fire department on you. Uh-oh.
That's not the fire department.
Huh?
That's not the fire department.
It's a loony bin.
All right. Sasspress Red says, I am planning on growing sorghum next year, about a hand-powered roller press. Wow, that's cool. Yep. You get sorghum bicolor. You can either grow it for grain or you can grow it for syrup. Yeah. Either way, you can feed it to your animals. But you do have to seed it every year.
Oh.
The perennial sorghum, not really good for grain. It's a bit of a pest.
Johnson grass?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Came over from Turkey originally.
Thanks, turkey.
It's not Turkey's fault.
Don't inhale your water. No.
Mm-hmm.
Slow down.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. They brought it over after the Dust Bowl.
Oh. You want to know?
Whoever they is.
Who's they?
The Johnson grass got brought over because of the Dust Bowl?
No, it was brought over even earlier than that.
It was?
Yeah.
On purpose?
They brought it over to control erosion on the Alabama River, where it got used. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that spread for there. It spread to everywhere.
Oh.
Ah.
Breathe. Drink
Don't
something.
inhale your watermelon, people. Oh my goodness.
It is very juicy.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to eat, swallow, not drink,
Trying
but drink.
to eat, breathe, swallow, talk at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Guess what happens? Let me see.
Oh, come on, sorry.
Garlic is fresher than a smart aleck in 5th grade. It's pretty fresh. Oh, I think we're hot.
You see the heat waves.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oil's hot. Oh yeah, we're cooking. Oil's hot. We got our pieces here. We got a batter here. Well, if you can't see it, then oh well.
You can still see it.
We'll start dropping our pieces in the batter. Just put it in there.
Cat, what are you eating? Oh, don't forget your tongs. Cat, clean that. They're sniffing around to see if you dropped any more egg or anything.
Wow.
I guess. Is sorghum sugary?
Huh?
Sorghum, is this sugary?
The grass is kind of sugary, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It produces a sweet syrup.
Okay.
Well, if you take Johnson grass and bite into it whenever it's young and green, it has a little bit of sweetness to it too. Wouldn't recommend
I hate Johnson grass.
growing Johnson grass for its
That's one thing I didn't eat when I was a kid.
sugars, though. That's That's not that much.
That sounds awful now you say that out loud.
Huh?
How about eating stuff as a kid?
Oh,
That's the one thing I didn't eat as a kid.
all right. Now, how long we've been at this? Okay, good.
Oh no. 10 after 5?
All right, so regular hardwood pellets will last for about an hour. This mix of corn cob, which is a really soft material, and hazelnut shells, I don't know how long it'll last. No idea.
Wouldn't one burn faster than the other one?
All right. Do I want to do this? Yeah, I want to.
Tongs?
All right.
Oh boy.
Here you can see, here we are. About halfway through, we're starting to cook that batter around them, starting to cook the batter. I may turn them in a second. Get the temperature back up. All right. Experimental Farm Network has a perennial sorghum that's been shown to be winter hardy, and we're going to try that and a sugar variety. All right.
Vicky's talking about cooking channels.
Oh,
Cat, what are you doing?
start turning these puppies.
Scared me.
Give that a turn. A couple coming together. That one a turn. One more. This one a turn. Another turn. And we'll just go until those get a little nice and brown on the bottom there. Crispy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hot and muddy.
And my sinuses are acting up today.
Is it getting oil hot enough?
Uh-huh. Yeah. He's a frying.
The disembodied voice is one of the kids.
Why? Are you getting hungry?
No.
He made hamburger helper stroganoff for himself earlier because he was hungry now. He was hungry now, darn it. Didn't want to wait.
I got a bite.
Mm. So I've got some wheat ordered up. Since we're on bottomland, I got a soft white instead of a hard red wheat. Hard red wheat is good for dry land. Soft white is good for wetlands. Since we're on bottom, we're growing soft white wheat. I made the discovery that the ducks don't want to eat it earlier this year because I had straw out there over the winter in certain spots in the garden. It had enough seed in it that it sprouted up from that. The ducks were wandering around through it. They had no interest in the wheat grass itself. And so I was able to grow and harvest a few heads of wheat inadvertently in the duck area. So we're planning on going ahead and deliberately planting wheat in the areas that the ducks are going to be running around in. That way we have some ground cover in there that they won't completely destroy, hopefully. And we'll be able to harvest that too.
Oh my God, it's 95 in Minnesota.
95 in Minnesota.
They don't even have AC up there.
Kind of liked it, he said. Uh-oh.
Heat wave happened. We just all die. Oh wait, that's Chicago though. Thank you.
Where are they going?
Oh.
Oh.
I think with Chicago one time there was a heat wave.
All right, let's take a look. Brown on the bottom?
Yeah.
Yep, brown on the top. A little flaky. I think these guys can come out. Ooh, falling apart on me.
And everybody down south was wondering why they don't just turn on the AC.
Chicago, they don't have any AC. Oh, that one's falling out.
Yeah, Chicago, they don't have AC.
There we go. Batter's a little thin. Batter was a little thin. I sloshed in a bit more milk than I should have. That's okay, though. They'll still taste good.
Like a savory pancake, kind of. It's a work in progress. Heat wave in Chicago is like ice in Texas.
All right.
They don't know what to do with it.
Okay, I'm gonna let that heat up. We'll start dunking some more.
You get any hot sauce or just ranch?
There's some ranch over there for me. You want to come around here and let people see it?
I got a cord stuck to my head.
You got a cord stuck to your head. You're a cord head, huh?
See, I got it.
She has cord stuck to your head.
Oh, there I am.
Here, have a seat.
Go ahead, no, go ahead.
Come on, have a seat.
Go ahead.
You sit in the kitchen. She don't want to sit in the kitchen. I see.
There's a fan over here.
Oh, one outdoor cooking space at least. They're still hot. Might want to wait for them to cool a little bit before you start munching. Mm-hmm. Getting there. Getting there.
This is the northern Midwest, I guess.
Brian says AC, never far away. Now this is not too bad for a pear cider.
Unless you said too far away.
Look at that. It says on the can, gluten-free and vegan.
Okay.
Okay.
No sugar added. Twice the tart.
Uh-huh. Mm. That's pretty good with no sugar added, though.
It's tart.
Yeah. Vicky's saying, unripe squash can be seasoned to taste like apples. Mm. Like apples. Mm. Okay. Let's fry some. All right.
Oh, definitely try to see it too. Taste the garlic.
Over there. There. Come on. There. 4. Five. Could have killed a little bit bigger, I think. 6. 7.
Okay,
8. 9. 10.
fresh,
11.
and pasteurized vegan.
Pasteurized vegan.
Red bean curry.
Made with real vegans.
We were no vegan. Well, Oreos are vegan. That doesn't mean they're good for you either.
Yeah, true.
I'm like, how's there no eggs in the cookie? Whatever.
Huh?
Wouldn't there be eggs in Oreos, the cookies?
It's a good question. You would think. Maybe not.
That's disturbing. What makes them, stick together like cookie shape?
Who knows? Maybe an extract of seaweed or something?
Maybe.
A thought occurred to me if I wanted to make something like this and I couldn't get flour for some reason, even though I'm growing wheat, so I'll have flour.
Corn flour.
Yeah, well, I have corn flour. Corn flour doesn't have any gluten in it. I want something with a little bit of gluten in it. So I have a little bit of wheat for gluten, for things I need gluten for. But if I didn't have that, I could always process our canna roots to get the starch out of those. Use the starch as a substitute for flour in recipes that call for things that require things to be bread. I don't know what I'm allergic to. I'm allergic to something. Ragweed, you think?
The heat, I don't know. I was reading
yeah.
making stuff
Oh,
from Minnesota, Minneapolis.
Vicky, see, I remember too. Yeah, Vicky used to live up north too.
You know their insurance, the car insurance is highest, like the highest in the country.
-50. Shoot.
Yeah. Coldest I've ever seen is
In
negative
Robbins
36.
in Robbinsdale. Tell you what, that high prairie way up north. It's it's not for the weak. Sure isn't. Ah. The wind whispering across the plains. It'll drive you mad. It'll drive you mad.
All the snow piles up in Wisconsin.
There's nothing to do. Months at a time. Wow, that is just amazing. It is still burning nice and hot. I mean, if anything, it is burning hotter and fiercer than it was when we started. That's all hazelnut shells now. All hazelnut shells cooking off in here. And we're almost done cooking. I'm almost done with the cooking, but the fuel is still going good.
Great.
That's pretty impressive. So we're at 51 minutes in so far.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know how many minutes in were we when we got the stove started up. So we've been cooking here for a little while on just a handful of scrap corncob pellets. This is bedding material, corncob bedding material. We're using that as a fuel, and we mixed in just a couple of handfuls of shells from hazelnuts that I've eaten down through the years. I held on to it. I was like, I'm going to use these for fuel one of these days because I've heard they burn good and hot. And they sure do. That's a waste not what not sort of thing going on there. Other than a little bit of the propane that I use to get it started, we've been doing all our cooking with that. Let's see. Sassafras Red says, been eyeing 4 more hazelnut trees. I'll bet they'll do better for you up there in Illinois than they've been doing for us here. We've had a couple that have done fairly well. No nuts out of them yet. We keep on thinking this is going to be the year. This is going to be the year. We get catkins, but we haven't got any female flowers yet. Meanwhile, the chinkapins, they were wanting to make nuts the very first year we put them in. So we'll see how that turns out. It's going to be a battle royale going on to see who's going to be the number 2 nut tree on this particular homestead. Already, obviously, pecans are reigning supreme. They're the biggest of the canopy trees. They produce like monsters, and we've got them started. They've got a good head start, but we'll still need nut trees for the understory. So it's a toss-up. Is it going to be the chinkapins or is it going to be the hazelnuts that wind up being our understory?
Do you have any walnuts around here?
We have some. We have black walnut right down the Katy Trail that way. It's a pretty old one. Drops quite a few nuts every year. We could experiment. Do they burn? Was what Sassafras was asking. I mean, yeah, they burn. Yeah. They probably have to do like I did with that. Use something hot to get them started.
Like the difference between burning gas and burning diesel.
Mm.
You gotta do something for diesel.
Or like burning coal.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit to get the fire going, but once you do, oh my goodness, it's going good here. Let's have a look at these. Oh yeah. Oh, they're starting to get a little too brown. Either too brown or brown enough.
No such thing.
No such thing as too brown. All right, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and make them a little extra brown then. Why not? Give them a little extra brown.
Oh, Joe.
Joe popped in.
He's just in time for fritters to be done.
Joe, you showed up just in time. The fritters are almost done. Uh-huh. So you can tell he's a Mexican.
Oh. Very funny. Wow.
All right, let's get these out of here. I think that's enough. That's enough to nibble on, I think.
Yeah.
Got the fritters. We got the watermelon. We got a Mary.
You see some kids.
Kids ran off to do something. I don't know what. All right, we'll just let that run.
You gonna make more charcoal out of it?
Let it run until it gets done burning. It's still burning.
Do you have biochar?
It's still burning. I put it on low. You want to get a? I got the camera. You want to get
Oh,
it?
look
You
at
want
my
to get
butt.
a video of it? All right, so we'll put that on low. Let's go to. We go to have. It's just got a little flame vortex going in there. Wow, is that hot? Is that going? All
There's
right.
no reason not to put your phone at it. It might melt.
Okay, so we'll want to quench that here in a little bit. There's a little pan of water over there we can dump it off into. That'll quench it whenever it's time to quench it. In the meantime, I guess we're going to go ahead and shift the focus here a little bit, and I'll clear out here, get rid of my mess. Oh, and wipe my messy nose. Oh my goodness! Bring these fritters over here to the middle of the table. Let's get this hot oil moved around here so it doesn't injure anybody. We put it right there on top of that cutting board. Cutting board from Hood's Custom Shop. You guys want to follow those guys on YouTube? Hood's Custom Shop. We got that from David at the prior meetup. I was in need of a new cutting board, and they just happened to have a whole bunch of them made up and ready to go for the prior meetup. It was very nice of them to bring them with them. There we go. Talking about stuff that happened 2 years ago. The highlight of our lives right there.
Yeah.
All right. Starting to drop the temp down a bit. Let's move the camera over. To Mary. Let's see the table. There we go. Maybe I ought to move this a little bit. Yeah.
The cat's wandering around.
Cat's wandering.
The
All right,
cool
where
ones
are
are
we
on the
at?
bottom.
Hi. Move my chair over here a little bit.
You pull up a log.
Okay, pulling up a log. Come back a little bit. And leaning in. All right, so here we go. I can almost read from here. Joe saying, yeah, what's that? Everything tastier when it's batter fried. Oh yeah, probably is. All right, so here we go. We've got fresh watermelon. Cheers. Oh, it's juicy. Fritters are done. Oh, that's good. Okay, fresh watermelon. We've got
Salt.
pear cider. I don't want any salt. It had enough salt on it. We got pear cider, which is nice and peary. What do you get? Coffee and soda. Oh my goodness. He got coffee and soda.
Sugar
All right.
and
Sugar and sugar. All right, let me see here.
Actually, I got the coffee without sugar.
Here, you do what you want to do. I haven't tried these yet, but here we go. Okay, here we go. There is a lightly browned pumpkin fritter. Since it's light, it isn't crispy.
So there's a light one and there's a crispy.
Could use maybe a little bit more salt, I think.
Always.
Mary added more salt, of course.
To mine.
To hers, yeah. And I'd like to try it with ranch dressing too. That would be good. Let me get one of these that's a little bit crispier.
The crispy ones are hot.
Okay. All right. Is it too hot? Is it hot? I think it's hot.
I'm very mushy. This sticks to your mouth.
Oh,
That's why it's delightful. Milk that.
they should probably cool a little bit before you shove one of those in your mouth. Wow, they are hot, but they just melt in your mouth too. Like it just goes whoosh.
You should scoot closer.
Hmm.
Scoot closer.
If I scoot closer, they won't be able to see the table.
No, you can see you more. I'm in.
If I scoot closer, my head will be cut off. So I have
What do you
to.
mean?
Oh, you mean... Girls have cooties.
No, those are codes. Wait a minute.
Girls have cooties.
Why-
Tell her, girls have cooties.
Why boys so gross?
Mm-hmm. What are you talking about?
Boys are so gross.
Boys are gross.
Boys are weird.
All right.
Ants and red pulleys and peas.
I'm about to stump up. Okay, there we go.
Oh.
I'm not used to sitting.
Sunshade right there.
Yeah, I'm not used to sitting at it from this angle. Well, we need to let those grapevines grow up a little bit bigger.
Meantime,
Oh,
sunshade.
I'm not ready to take another bite of that. It's too hot. You know, let it cool a minute. Nibble. Well, I guess those light ones we can still. The ranch dressing really does work. It really sets it off, I think. Maybe a touch more salt. Yeah. A little more salt. What do you think?
I put salt on there already.
You put salt on all these?
Yes.
Okay, well, you didn't put them on all these.
You don't like salt.
Well, no, I got conditioned a long time ago to not cook with as much salt as I like, because other people that are eating what I'm cooking may not want or need as much salt, particularly if they're on a sodium restricted diet. Yeah. Like, there's too much salt on it. So, okay, I won't put as much salt on it. And so I got used to cooking. I got used to cooking with less salt to accommodate the picky eaters. You know how they are. Yeah, the picky eaters. All right, so with a little bit more salt. It's nice and creamy. Mm-hmm. All right, yeah. Look at this. Look at that. So the inside is this nice creamy orange. Mm-hmm.
No, Betty.
And the garlic and the salt and the pepper are all coming together to just make this really nice, savory flavor. Mm. But it's even better with ranch. There you go. It's a good thing I understand sign language.
That was not language. I was just
There was a sign language. No, sign language for I want that thing. Give me here.
Maybe I could toggle my sight.
What? It's sign language. Let's see. Let's see. Josie, you don't say, that's a bummer. Found a natural root beer made with cane sugar called what is it? Tepe, is it Hua Tepahani? You just like throwing words at me in Old Wattle and seeing if how badly I mangled them. That's what you're doing.
How rude of eating in front of people.
Vicky is saying phosphoric acid is what's used to get the bubbles of soda pop. Really? I didn't know that's what they did. Phosphoric acid, what makes the carbon dioxide stay in solution longer? I could really go for a root beer right now, actually. I mean, the pear cider is nice.
He was just went out. You should ask him to eat one.
I didn't know that I wanted one. The pear cider is nice, but I think I could go for a root beer.
You're eating in front of people.
We're eating in front of people. That's right.
Eat it.
Well, that's an eagle up there. Is it? No, that's not an eagle. Sorry, my bad. I saw a flash of white, but that's not an eagle. What the hell is that? Some kind of kite. I don't recognize the type. It's no, it's not an eagle. It's another raptor, a smaller bird. But I don't recognize the species, unfortunately. Like, wait, what? I was listening for the sound of that jet engine. There's another one. See, no, that's not a pigeon. It's a raptor. I just don't know what kind.
Huh?
Yeah,
It's got a white head.
it's got a white head, but it's not an eagle. Yeah.
Might not be going after our ducks.
If it goes after our ducks, they're gonna have issues. I'd point the camera up there, but by the time I got it focused on them, they'd be gone.
Yeah, we're not using
They
the
always-
camera. Using
They
the
always
laptop.
they always are. They're always gone before you can get good pictures of them. Even if you're out here with the camera running and ready to capture it, 9 times out of 10 you miss the shot. All right.
TP1.
Is it Tepewani?
Mexican soil?
Tepewani. Well, I couldn't quite read. I can almost see the letters. It's like taking the eye exam at the doctor's office. Like, read that line.
What are you doing?
Tepewani.
Oh, good. Good. She's looking for. Ooh.
Tepewani. There we go.
Ah,
Got it. Slowly but surely,
yes, you did.
we will learn the ancient language of the American continent. Mm-hmm.
Is it like Spanish?
No, it's not. It's entirely different language. But a lot of tribes had contact with each other, and so they had a lot of words in common. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Too bad though.
Too bad you guys aren't here, because that's pretty good. That is pretty good right there. Yep. There's your dinner. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I didn't have any meat, but
It's not cook so much. It's like 100 degrees out here.
it was very hot out.
Muggy for some reason.
What would be good? What would be good for a protein to go on this? We're getting protein. Nuts.
Egg.
Egg.
There's one egg in there.
Yeah, there's one egg in there for protein.
The cat.
All right,
The cat wants some more egg.
those are pretty hot. Let me check on our charcoal here. Okay, let's go ahead and turn that off. Close that off, and we got. Switch this over here. Let me see. All right. You're gonna go ahead. If you leave this going, the charcoal will burn up over time.
That's not cat. Isn't that what you want to do?
No, I don't want it to burn up. I want to be able to use it in the garden. So I want to quench it. So lift the chimney up. Pull this out. Still cool enough to touch here. Charcoal's on the inside. We dump it out into
A cat water bowl. Good idea.
the water, which immediately quenches it and hydrates it. We'll be ready to add this into our compost.
Sorry, Betty.
All right. Well, there we go. We went from raw ingredients and the camp stove to making biochar and cooking pumpkin fritters out here in the grape arbor. 1 hour from start to finish. Guys, I hope you found this video informative or entertaining. If you did, well, you know what to do. I'll catch you next time. Thank you for joining us out here for the garden party. I'll catch you next time. Until then, get out there and get growing.